All right, if you're a student and you're just tired of being broke, stressed out, and stuck in that ramen for dinner cycle, this is for you. We're not talking about making millions overnight here. No. We're going to focus on one single crucial goal: making your first $10,000. Hitting this number is way more than just getting cash in the bank. It is the first real step toward financial freedom. Seriously, that first 10K is such a huge psychological win. It's really not just about the money. It's about that moment, you know? The moment you prove to yourself that making money isn't some random lottery. It's a skill you can actually learn and get good at. And once you figure out how to do it once, you know you can do it again and again. And that right there is how you start building real wealth. So how do you actually get there, especially if you're literally starting with nothing? Well, we're about to break down a super simple 3-step blueprint that's going to show you exactly how to earn that first $10,000 starting from right now. But first things first, we have got to cut through all the noise. Most people, especially when they're just starting out, make earning money way, way harder than it needs to be. They get distracted by all the shiny objects and these crazy get-rich-quick schemes. You know what I'm talking about. You see your friend make a quick buck on some new crypto coin, or some guru on the internet promises you'll get rich day trading. It's tempting to jump in, right? But here's the reality check. These are basically just gambling. They require a ton of cash up front and a whole lot of luck. Think of them as tools for multiplying money you already have, not for earning it from square one. So, what should you be looking for instead? Your very first hustle needs to hit 3 key things. First, it should run on your effort, not your cash. Second, it needs to have a super low or even zero starting cost. And finally, it absolutely has to be something that can consistently put cash in your pocket. And once you strip away all that noise, you're really left with just 4 main paths. And listen, this choice is critical because some of these paths will get you cash fast, while others have way more potential to scale up into something really big. Okay, let's break these down. You've got in-person services, right? Like dog walking or car washing. You get paid super fast, but you're limited. You can only be in one place at a time. Then there are local products, like handmade crafts. These take a while to sell, and the cost of materials just eats up your profits. Global products, like dropshipping, can scale like crazy, but you're constantly reinvesting everything you make just to stay in the game. And that leaves us with one clear winner. Yep, online services. This is where you get the absolute best of both worlds. You get the global reach of a product, but you get these insane 70 to 80% profit margins of a service. That means almost all the money you make goes straight into your pocket. Plus, you can start earning from day one. All right, so if an online service is the fastest path to $10,000, the obvious next question is, how in the world do you actually do it? So let's get right into the blueprint. To figure out what service you should offer, I want you to ask yourself these 3 simple questions. Number 1, what are you already pretty good at? Number 2, what do you actually enjoy learning about? And number 3, this is the most important, what problems are businesses always struggling with? That sweet spot, the service you should offer, is right where those 3 answers overlap. Now, the single biggest mistake you can make is waiting for months or even years trying to perfect your skill before you offer it to anyone. That is completely backwards. Your goal is to get real-world experience as fast as you possibly can. So start now. Offer your service at a lower rate if you have to, and just focus on earning and learning at the exact same time. That loop is how you get good fast. Okay, so you've started. You're out there. But how do you go from making a little bit of side cash to building a consistent, high-income business? Well, the answer is all about mastering a framework I call the skill pyramid. The pyramid has 4 layers you need to build: positioning, leverage, reach, and automation. And here's the key: you need all 4. If even one of these is missing, you'll just stay stuck, working super hard, but never breaking through to that next level of income. First up, at the base, is positioning. Here's a little secret. Not all clients are created equal. The real money is in helping businesses make more money. I mean, think about it. A business that's already making $50,000 a month won't even blink at spending $2,000 to solve a problem that boosts their revenue. So instead of editing vlogs for a small YouTuber, position yourself to edit sales videos for an entrepreneur. It's the exact same skill, just pointed directly at the money. Next up is leverage. This one's a game changer. It means you stop charging for your time and you start charging for the results you deliver. See, if you charge by the hour, your income is always capped. You're just an expense on a spreadsheet. But if you charge based on the value you provide, the return on investment, suddenly they see you as a valuable asset. And your income potential, it becomes unlimited. Third is reach. You have to stop thinking that you need to constantly chase down clients. The real goal is to make clients come to you. I actually know a graphic designer who started posting his work on TikTok, just for fun. Before he knew it, his inbox was totally flooded with requests. He turned a hobby into a high-paying business without sending a single cold email. Just put your work out there consistently. You will be amazed at what finds you. I absolutely love this quote. After working with tons of freelancers, I can tell you, the ones who get paid the most aren't always the most talented. They're the most reliable. Seriously, being dependable is your superpower. Overlooking this is probably the biggest mistake you can make. So how do you become reliable? You do it through automation. The pros, they don't rely on sticky notes and just their memory. They use systems, like a simple CRM, which is really just a tool to manage clients, to track every single conversation and deadline. When you're organized, you make your client's life easy, and that is what gets you hired again and again. So you did it, you followed the blueprint, you put in the work, and you just made your first $10,000. That is huge, but the mission isn't over, not even close. Now we need to talk about turning that income into long-term wealth. And trust me, there is a massive difference. The rich spend their income, the wealthy make their income work for them. So how do you do that? By investing. This risk scale here breaks it down perfectly. You start safe with a high-interest savings account. That's for your emergency fund. Then you move into low-risk growth with index funds. If you want to learn more, you can play with a small amount in individual stocks, and way up at the top, for the highest risk and potential reward, you have crypto. Let's just talk for a second about the magic of set it and forget it investing. The S&P 500, which is just a big bundle of the top US companies, has averaged over a 10% return for the last decade. That absolutely crushes a normal savings account. And get this, if you invested just $5 a day starting at age 18, you could retire a millionaire. That's the incredible power of compounding. So let's be crystal clear about this. That first $10,000 is not for a shopping spree. It's not for new sneakers or fancy dinners. I want you to think of it as the most important tool you now own. It is the seed money that will start building real, long-term wealth that can work for you for the rest of your life. So there you have it, the complete blueprint from earning your very first dollar to investing your first $10,000. The only thing left to do is to take that first step. So, what problem are you going to solve?